By now, you may have already watched them on the channel. Fast cuts, mostly just sounds, shot on a tripod, no face, no words, well, most of the time.
Like that.
But I think I owe it to you guys, all 100,000 of you, to try and express my gratitude as in person as I can. In front of the camera, looking at you. Hey mate, kumusta? And welcome to my first vlog. First of all, I'd like to apologize for doing this just now. Aside from making sure that the channel actually reached its milestone before making this video, I also waited for the lockdown to relax a bit so I can finally get my haircut. Now what I did not wait for was the silver play button, because I didn't expect them to deliver it as quickly as they have. Pandemic and all. Yeah, having received it still feels surreal and sudden, especially that I'm still pretty new to making content for this channel. YouTube, after all, if I may share a brief history, was just where I dumped my personal videos and some work stuff. At most, it was a backup for my Facebook page, which used to be my main platform for posting content. Now, fun fact, I created that Facebook page 3 years ago as an excuse to buy myself a Nintendo Switch. Anyway, during that time, I just borrowed equipment from work whenever they're not being used. That is until June of last year. I started taking steps to become a freelancer, and one of those steps is to finally get my own set of equipment. Of course, when they arrived, I didn't let pass the opportunity to unbox them, but then I thought I should make something else out of these new toys of mine, just to test them out. Coincidentally, the jeepney-inspired Tamiya was about to release, and at that time, I had yet to make a video about building kits, and I was curious if my editing style could be compatible with build content. So I bought one, and out of it came the project that, looking back, if it weren't for which, I think I wouldn't have thought of finally doing it with a Gundam. Now mind you, before that pivotal project, I only had my Facebook page in mind. But then some of my friends, after watching the Jeepney Tamiya, strongly suggested that I fix my YouTube and make it my main platform. I was really hesitant because I was so sure that my videos had no place on YouTube because of how short they are. However, my friends still insisted. And so, after a few weeks of renovation and repurposing, I finally migrated to my new main platform, my YouTube channel. And on one Friday, October 4, 2019, I finally posted my first video just for YouTube, the Wing Gundam Verka build. It's not without risk though, and in fact there are 3. The first one is that I didn't know if my editing style could be compatible with longer forms of content, especially outside unboxing videos. My longest at the time was the 90-second Tamiya build. The Wing Gundam video, in comparison, runs for more than 4 minutes. Second risk is that it's my first ever Gundam content and the first Gunpla I was gonna build. I wasn't sure how the Gunpla community was gonna receive not just my editing style, but also my performance as a noob builder. Before the Wing Gundam, I thought it was the norm to just pluck out the pieces out from the runners. The last one was that this was my first exclusive content for YouTube. At the beginning of October, I only had around 150 YouTube subscribers who were mostly friends and colleagues, compared to my Facebook page which had around 2,000 likes already at the time. But then a few days later, you guys came along. And suffice it to say, the rest was history. I didn't expect this channel to reach this point this soon. In fact, I didn't expect it to reach this point at all. But when I saw that it could be possible, I set the target at the end of this year. And even then, I thought it was a stretch. I mean, who would have thought that what started as an excuse to get myself a Nintendo Switch would eventually become this channel supported by a community, coming from different parts of the world, but nonetheless are the same in giving their support, advice, and concern for this endeavor. Here we are, more than 100,000 strong, made possible by you. So here's what we're gonna do. A few weeks ago, I asked you what countries you guys live in. And the reason for that is I wanna give you a shout out through the countries you represent. Teka, let me bring it up on my phone. Okay, ready? Let's do it. To you watching in Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil, Colombia, Panama, Honduras, Mexico, USA, and Canada, Poland, Italy, Germany, Great Britain, Serbia, Spain, Romania, Russia, Egypt, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam, Mongolia, Korea, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan, and finally, sa aking mga kababayan dito sa Pilipinas. To all of you around the world, thank you. Maraming salamat po. It's you guys who believed and saw potential in my content. It's you guys who've been so patient with my not so regular release schedule. It's you guys who never tire of sharing your thoughts and tips. It's you guys who made me realize that YouTube may be worth looking into. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank those who have been my collaborators and partners so far. Sabina, Justin of Studio G, Jake Masca, and Newtype. Thank you to that friend of mine who lent me his model kits like the Kotobukiya Zoids Liger Zero. And thank you YouTube, Nanlite and MQ Lightings, Clockwork Pi, and Day Microphones for sending me these toys to unbox and play with. Having reached this goal means I could focus on reaching another one, and that is diversifying the types of content in this channel. What that means in the near future is that aside from unboxing videos and speed builds, you'd see more content of me talking, starting with this vlog. I am dead serious about doing reviews, including the 3-year-old Switch and the Nintendo Switch Lite. I cannot wait to make another Processo episode, as well as collaborations with more artists and fellow creators. I'm also developing videos that talk about my production equipment, how I shoot my content, how I edit them, future tech, games, gadgets that excite me, tech that concerns me, features and updates I'd like Sony to make for their Alpha series of cameras and Xperia series of phones. It goes without saying that the more content we plan to produce, the more consistently resources must be used. And so, to those who are very much comfortable and more than happy to do so, I humbly invite you to consider supporting me through Patreon. For as low as $1 a month, you could help me in realizing this goal of a more fruitful, viable, and content-diverse channel. For those who can't, no pressure. Time is money, and you Choosing to spend your time on my videos is already support for the channel. But if you can, you're more than able to, you're more than happy to do so, please consider supporting the channel through Patreon. So yeah, I think that's about it. To those who are here for the first time, please go watch my other videos on the channel, then I hope you consider subscribing. And since I don't do regular schedules, best to enable notifications as well. If you have questions, you can drop them here or ideally on Twitter using the hashtag AskGioSanPedro. I plan on answering them in a future video. Again, thank you very, very much for making us reach 100,000 subscribers. So, kita-kits in the next one, yeah? Adios. Almost forgot. Bahala na si Batman. Here we have the Heineken original beer, and it is packed with features like the 5% alcohol volume. At the end of the day, what matters is the taste. Shoot. Sarap.